What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the ProtoART. We're on to lesson number 2. So the first time we kind of focused on the Reason Redrum drum computer and the overall sound of changing an entire drum kit. Today we're going to focus on individual sounds itself. So when it comes to making a drum beat, there's 3 main components I want you to kind of focus on, which would be your snare, your bass drum, aka your kick, and your hi-hat. Those all play very important roles. Snare generally is a steady part of the beat. It doesn't switch up too much. In hip-hop, sometimes it's substituted with like a snap or a clap. Very often, your bass drum is pretty much your rhythm. It tells you when you're nodding your head to the beat, and it's almost always starting on the 1. The hi-hat kind of gives an accent to the beat. It adds a little bit of flavor overall. Sometimes it can be substituted with different instruments, but generally the hi-hat has 2 different sounds, an open and a closed sound. The examples being this. This would be open, closed. Your bass drum, your snare. Alright. So those kind of, with those instruments, they all kind of add to the mix of your sound. They can change a beat entirely, so it does, I would say, take a good amount of time playing around with different sounds to see what matches your beat, because it can change the vibe of your song. If you're making like a ballad versus like a hip-hop track, you're probably going to choose different kind of kicks and snares. Alright, so for this example, I want you guys to do the following. I want you to make your beat 108, and I'm going to start fresh, so I'm going to get rid of this drum sequencer. I'm gonna make a brand new one. So redrum drum computer, and you're gonna choose the following things here. So go to your Reason sound bank and choose Reason Factory sound banks, and then you're gonna look under redrum drum kits and choose R&B this time. And you're going to look for the one that's labeled R&B kit number 3. There you go. So in the row number 2, you're going to choose that. Make sure this is selected. And then you're going to click the boxes 5 and 13. So if I hit play, that gives me my little snare tempo, right? Alright, so now you're going to go to row number 1. And you're going to choose boxes 1, 4, 7, and 11. So if I hit play right now, all right, and then now we're going to go to row number 3, and we're going to choose the option of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. If I hit play, and just like we did before, you can change your overall sound by choosing a different library or hitting the up and down arrow here. Completely different vibe from the previous drum kit. And so now we're going to play around with the individual sounds. So to access that, similar to what we did before, we're going to choose the folders up on top now of each one of these rows. And that gives us the option to access subfolders. And the one we're going to aim for is something called exclusive drums. For this project, I want you to make your tempo 110. Hit OK or enter. And then under your row number 2, I want you to choose your folder here, Reason Factory Sound Banks. Gonna find a subfolder, well, under Reason Drum Kits, called Exclusive Drum Sorted. So we're going to look for a snare drum. So it's labeled as SD for snare drum. And we're going to find the one called Soul. I believe it's Soul Side. Where is it? There you go. Soul Side. I'm going to hit OK. And we're going to fill in the boxes. So those are our consistent snares where they're going to be landing. Now we're going to choose row number 5, and I'm going to choose the sounds 1, 2, 3, 7, and 9. And we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go in our folder here, Factory sound banks, Reason drum kits, exclusive drums. We're going to go to bass drum this time. And we're going to find the one called soul side for this. So bass drum, or BD. And we're going to find soul side. And we're going to hit OK. Boom. Okay. And we're almost done, people. So now we're going to go to row number 10. And you can fill in the boxes, all the odd numbers of almost all of them, I should say. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to have a little stutter in there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So we're going to change this one too. So we're going to choose a little folder. Same thing, Reason Factory Sound Bank. Redrum drum kits, exclusive drums sorted. And you're going to find hi-hat, or HH. And you're going to look for a number, one that's labeled souls. So here we go. Where are you at? Soul side. So on row number 4, we're going to go to the rim shot. And same thing. Factory sound bank, drum kits, exclusive rim shots. And they're going to add a rim soul. So where are you? There you go. And for that one, you're going to choose 5, 13, and 15. And now we can hit play. And there's a lot of these that are used throughout a lot of tracks that you hear on the radio. The BPM may be slowed down, but I guarantee you hear these same percussive patterns really often in the music you hear. And again, if you want to, switch up the whole drum kit. Completely different feel, same pattern. Like I said, experiment, play with the different sounds, see what you come up with. And that's going to conclude this lesson today, and we're going to move on to lesson number 3.